Hey guys, Thomas Ray here from Audionity Group. Today I'm going to show you how to use compression, and specifically glue compression in mastering. I'm going to talk you through the process. I'm going to show you the example when I'm using the glue compression, why I'm using it, okay, and also what it actually does when you use it at a certain point within your mastering chain. At the beginning of your mastering journey, you might not be sure where to use compression or how much of the compression you should actually use. The theory, the myth behind the mastering is that is basically compression and limiting. Well, that's pretty far away from the truth, and I'm gonna explain that in the detail. Before we jump into my computer, I just want to make sure you subscribe down below. Just so you can notify every time I post new videos. I try to post once or twice a week, depends how busy I am with my mastering. I try to tackle all the different issues in the audio world. You know, I've been in the industry over 15 years now, 10 years as a mastering engineer. So trust me, I did see a lot of stuff, a lot of problems, a lot of issues. And I just try to clarify all them for you, you know. So please subscribe and let's jump to my computer. Okay guys, so here we are in my DAW, and now I'm going to show you how to use glue compression, why we're actually using glue compression. So right here we've got unmastered track. I actually set it up for myself to peak at around -6. If love is enough. Let's just take a bit more dynamic bit. Yep. Okay, and now, so this is my mastering chain just there. You can see the inserts. Now, you would use glue compression after your corrective and creative EQ. Now, the reason being is that you never want to amplify, because compression is amplifying the sound. You never want to amplify untreated signal. So what I mean by this, during the very first stage of mastering, you would go and do corrective EQ. Let me just show you just there. There you go, so that's a high pass filter, it'll roll off. And your creative EQ as well. So right there I had a little boost at 2.7K. Right here I've got a little boost at 217 Hertz. Little dip at 536, just to, you know, get a little bit of more color with those two and correct the frequencies that I don't want just there. And now I'm using, let me just show you the compressor. I'm using the Fairchild emulation, the Puig Child from Waves. That's my compressor of choice. And now, so basically what it is, the glue compression glues everything that you do in your EQ section. So all the changes that you do there are basically glue cohesive. Okay, so let me explain you a few functions here on the compressor. So as the old school style compressor, and right here when it says linked, it works as a stereo compressor, just a normal compressor. That's the input gain, this is the threshold, this is time constant, which is basically combination between attack and release. So there is no separate settings for attack and release in this instance. Now, I like to use this compressor in lateral vert option, which is basically split between mid and side. So at the moment, this compressor works in the mid-side format. So the top there, it treats only mid section of the stereo signal, which is mostly the mono signal. And the bottom section here treats the stereo signal, so the side signal. It's not exactly mid stereo and mono, but let's just focus on that just now. So let me just loop in some section here, just so we can hear what's happening. I'm going to turn it on actually, that'll be handy. Now I'm not going to talk much during the when I play the music, because I don't think that's a bit annoying, I think. So let's listen to it first without the compression. Okay, so we've got some drums there happening. We've got nice bass, nice vocal. This is the track by Becky Wallace. Shout out to Becky. And now, the whole purpose of glue compression is to, as I said before, to glue everything together. But now, you don't really use much of compression in that instance, right? Let's look. I'm going to switch on just now. I'm going to set the settings that I'm usually do, right? So I'm going to put input gate at 10. I'm going to put input gate at 10 of the side signal as well, okay? And look what's happening here with the meter, okay? So the threshold says at 2, the same here, right? Have a look. So the compressor works heavily on the mid signal. We don't want that. We don't want to use that much compression in the mastering. The reason being is just we don't want to change the groove of the song, right? We just want to use it as glue. So what I would do, that's why I pointed out the -6 at the beginning, because that's my starting point, you know, because I know if the signal is -6, it peaks, right? So it peaks is not the average loudness. As at the peaks, I know that if I go with my compressor to 1, right, the needle would just move, right? Have a look. And this is what you want. This is basically what you want. You know, this plugin has a really nice sound to it. It gives really nice vibe. It's the same with the side. So at the moment we just focus on the mid section, but let's look at the side as well. Let's see the needle, because listen, that's what's important. Once again, we don't want to compress signal on the sides. You know, we just want to need to touch it. That's basically what you want. This is basically what you want. You know, you've got this time constant settings there. It all depends on the type of the song. So let's say if it's drums heavy, because that track is pretty drums heavy, I would say. You want to keep the let's say the slow attack and fast release, and that's what number 1 would give you. See if we go number 5, let's say. I don't know if you will hear this. Let's hold it. See, the drums are a bit lost, right? Let's go to 1. And that's basically what it is, you know. It's just the glue compression, you know, gluing your creative and corrective EQ all together. I'll just do bypasses so you see before and after. Obviously there is a gain staging, so you will hear the difference in gain. That's the part of mastering. Let's have a look. As before. And after. And without. And with. You can hear how the whole sound is just more round. You know, you can feel the everything just comes together, you know, comes alive, I would say. This is a super handy trick with splitting the mid and side, because sometimes when you want to add a little bit more energy, let's say the track lacks energy in the middle and in the drum section and the bass section, you can just add it here, you know. I'm just going to do, obviously that's the setting that I would use for this track, but just to explain you a bit more, I would push the input gain a little bit further, okay? So you can hear the difference, you know, if the track lacks the energy in the middle, you can actually use this this kind of technique to add this to add the punch, you know. So once again, guys, glue compression after corrective EQing and creative EQing, just to glue whatever we did in the first stages of mastering. Hey guys, I hope that was helpful. I hope from now on you know when to use a compression, how to use it, you know, what does it do. You know, if you still struggle, if you not sure about the whole process, about the chain especially, because compression sits in a specific point of the chain, in the mastering chain, you can download my mastering chain cheat sheet. I actually put everything as a PDF so you can go step by step, all the processes that are in the mastering. The link's down below as a PDF, as a free download though. I think it will help you. There's 100 people that already downloaded it, so I think it might help you too. Once again, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. You can leave a comment below. I read all the comments. I reply to all the comments. If you're not sure about any of the aspect of the compression that I explained, please leave the comment down below. You can get in touch with me via the website or via the course that I've got as well. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you next time.